Good morning. So Wednesday, June 20th. Our top story today is by a voice vote yesterday. The Senate voted to repeal the USDA catfish inspection program. The amendment was attached to the Farm Bill. A similar amendment has been introduced by a bipartisan group in the House, and there's a good chance that this program will be eliminated in the final Farm Bill this year. This is a major victory for those in the seafood industry who support free trade and guaranteed access of U.S. consumers to imported seafood. The impetus for the repeal were two things. First, there's been a determined campaign of opposing the USDA catfish rules, which were actually a thinly disguised trade barrier which would have effectively prohibited import of Pangasius and some Chinese catfish imports to the U.S. While these countries developed so-called equivalent to USDA continuous inspection systems. This thing would have started a trade war with Vietnam, and so there was a lot of support within the U.S. Agricultural export community to avoid this outcome and basically not go through with the threat to target Pangasius. This opposition served to delay the implementation of the rule, which was first made in 2008. The death knell came with a recent GAO report released last month that basically called on Congress to repeal the program because it was a waste of taxpayer money and did not address any public health issue whatsoever. The GAO report found, first of all, that there was no public health need for such an inspection system. The only public health outcome that they could look at was a single salmonella case from 1991 that was not even attributable to catfish. Since the FDA implemented their HACCP program, there's not been a single public health issue at all regarding catfish. The second thing the GAO found was that this USDA jurisdiction created a mismatch where as many as 3 federal agencies would be responsible for inspections in the same fish plant. So you could have a plant where you'd have a USDA continuous inspection, you'd have FDA inspectors, and you'd also have NMFS inspectors. This situation just seemed absurd to the GAO and a gigantic waste of money. So based on the GAO report, people who wanted to eliminate federal spending also had strong reason to support this bill. There was just no reason to spend money on this program. The larger context of this is there's been an improvement in the climate of free trade for seafood over the last few years, with a number of significant victories. If this USDA authority is repealed, it will be the third major improvement. The first was the elimination of the Byrd Act, which removed the financial incentive for many U.S. companies to bring anti-dumping suits. The second thing was the loss of the zeroing option, which was ruled illegal by the WTO in a number of anti-dumping cases. And without the zeroing option, much of the Commerce Department's allegations of dumping against many seafood importing countries have collapsed. And as a result, for many countries, there are virtually no duties on shrimp anymore. So combine now those two with this potential repeal of the USDA, and it's fair to say that the climate for seafood imports and free trade into the U.S. has improved significantly. So we hope the House will follow suit and make this repeal complete this year. In Lexington, Mass., this is John Sackton.